Hi, this is Shaun. In this video, I'm going to go over how to make your first Aurasma augmented reality experience. So let's just go over the basic steps. You're going to go to the Aurasma website, log on, you'll upload a trigger image that you take or that you make, and then you will upload an overlay, which is either a still image, video, or 3D. You can also use websites as overlays. You then construct an aura, which is combining these pieces and possibly other interactivity as you get more advanced. But the basic pieces are that you will choose a trigger, choose the overlay that you've uploaded, and then you will create a thing called a channel. And that channel is just a place where the data sits, and the way you link that information to your to your tablet device is that you usually will email yourself a link so that your device can access the channel, the trigger, and the data. So here, let me just quickly show. Here's the trigger image. I took a photo, and the overall goal is that I am going to I shot a quick video of myself and then masked it out in After Effects, so my head will appear here and give a little talk. And so when I held the iPad up, it will track as I move the iPad left and right, and the video face will stay in place. All right, so let's just go over these steps. And so here's the website, aurasma.com/partners. And you log on to the Aurasma Studio. So I've already done that. And then within the Aurasma Studio, you go to the trigger images first, and you will add a trigger image. So the trigger images, you can then just you can geotag it if you want to, but really all we want to do is just upload. And so I do save for web in Photoshop and double click that. We give it a name and hit save. So that should just take a second to upload. I'm not going to re-upload the video that I shot, but when it's complete, you should see a picture of the trained image. What I mean by trained is that it runs an algorithm and finds specific areas that will then, once you've given this image to the Aurasma software, it will trigger and also track pretty well. So once we've done that, then you will create an overlay. And so same process. You click the add button, and then choose a video, an image. So if you're going to do an image with transparency, you'll probably want to do a PNG, or you can just upload JPEGs. You can do 3D models. I made a video on my YouTube channel to go over the steps for uploading 3D models. There's quite a few specific steps for that. And you can give it a description, choose the video. For this one, I output an FLV with an audio channel and an alpha channel and compressed it. I kept the video size pretty small. And so I've already uploaded that. And here's the final output. And then the next step is to create an aura, which is hooking all those pieces up. So hopefully, I guess the next step could be that you make your own channel. If you haven't made a channel yet, or in this case, for our class, we'll have physical interface design, which should show up when I give you the login that I've created for this class. So everybody can put their physical interface designs, augmented reality components into this channel. But if you need to, you can make, you can also set up so you can make your own custom channel. So trigger, overlay, channel, then set up an aura, which is connecting them all. So we'll just hook this up again. So, and then, so I gave it a name. We'll give it a trigger image So that's the trigger image. And then choose what channel that it's going to send the data to, and then choose the overlay. So we are going to choose a talking head. And so that comes up, and I'm going to resize that a little bit so that it fits on top of the mannequin, although it would be kind of funny to have it just floating. I could have it floating inside here, but actually could have the mannequin coming alive. I could even have done a better mask and made it so that it seems like my head's part of the mannequin's head, but at any rate, this will work for demo purposes. And there's I just want to point out that there are other properties and interactivity that you can specify. So there's this actions tab, and you can play with some of the other possible actions that you can add. So every time you click it, say, what happens when after a time delay, you can specify that after a time delay it goes to a website, or after a time delay another aura is played. So anyways, feel free to please try to take it beyond just adding a simple augmented reality one-shot trigger. So then you save it. And then finally, what you want to do is you want to be able to link the data in the channel to your portable device. And so I'm double-clicking on the channel, and then there's this link to subscribe button. And so by clicking that, then you can see that there's a hyperlink here, and you can copy and paste that and email it to yourself. And then I grab that's what I usually do. Then I'll click on that link inside of my iPad, and that will then open up the Aurasma app inside of the iPad, or I have a Droid device as well. And that's pretty much it. So I got this all working, and I will show it to everybody in class. Thanks so much for watching.